Oh my goodness, hockey fans. The Stanley Cup playoffs are finally here, and I couldn't be more thrilled with the incredible action we've seen already. These opening games have delivered everything we love about postseason hockey. The intensity, the desperation, the heroic performances that become legend. I've been watching these matchups with my heart in my throat, living and dying with every shot, save, and hit. There's simply nothing like playoff hockey atmosphere, where every shift matters and careers are defined. Before we dive into today's explosive story, I just want to thank all of you amazing viewers who keep coming back to this channel for your hockey fix. You're the reason we do this! If you're as pumped as I am about these playoffs, make sure to smash that like button, and let's jump straight into the drama unfolding between two fierce Ontario rivals. The Toronto Maple Leafs and Ottawa Senators have reignited their historic rivalry in spectacular fashion, with Game 1 delivering not only a lopsided 6-2 Toronto victory, but also igniting a war of words between the opposing camps. Maple Leafs captain Auston Matthews has forcefully rejected Ottawa head coach Travis Green's post-game accusations that Toronto players embellished to draw penalties during Sunday's physical contest. This verbal sparring has added another dimension to an already heated series that lived up to its Battle of Ontario moniker, with a punishing 52 penalty minutes distributed between the provincial adversaries. We were holding on to pucks. They were making decisions based on what they thought were penalties. Matthews stated firmly during Monday's media availability, directly countering Green's insinuation. We're playing hockey, to answer your question. I don't think so. I don't think we were doing anything special to draw penalties. The Maple Leafs superstar, who finished Game 1 with 2 primary assists and a team-leading 4 hits, appeared visibly irritated by Green's suggestion that Toronto did a good job selling calls to secure their significant power play advantage. The Leafs capitalized on those opportunities with clinical efficiency, converting 3 times with the man advantage in what ultimately proved decisive in their commanding victory. The escalating tension between these historic rivals reached a flashpoint in the second period when Senators forward Ridley Greig delivered a controversial cross-check to John Tavares. Officials initially assessed a 5-minute major penalty before reviewing the play and reducing it to a 2-minute minor, a decision that has become the series' first major officiating controversy. The incident has drawn immediate comparisons to Morgan Riley's cross-check on Greig last February, which resulted in a 5-game suspension for the Maple Leafs defenseman. The perceived inconsistency in punishment has generated significant discussion throughout Toronto hockey circles, with many questioning why Greig appears likely to escape supplemental discipline for what many viewed as a similarly dangerous play. Maple, a Leafs forward. Matthew Knees expressed his surprise at the official's decision to downgrade Greig's penalty during Monday's practice media session. I thought it was right to the head, Knees remarked candidly. You have to trust they made the right call, but yeah, I think I saw it a little bit differently. His comments reflect a broader frustration within Toronto's locker room regarding what they perceive as inconsistent application of player safety standards. The young forward didn't mince words about how the team plans to approach Greig, who managed to score one of Ottawa's 2 goals despite the loss, for the remainder of the series. It's definitely irritating. We're going to demand a lot from him and not make it easy on him the rest of the way. This targeted approach signals Toronto's commitment to neutralizing a key Ottawa contributor while maintaining their disciplined offensive structure. Hockey. Analysts note that Green's embellishment accusations appear to be a calculated attempt to influence officiating ahead of Tuesday night's crucial Game 2. This represents a classic playoff coaching tactic, publicly challenging the legitimacy of opponents' power play opportunities in hopes of planting seeds of doubt in officials' minds before the next contest. This is Playoff Coaching 101, explained former NHL head coach Mike Johnson during a Monday television segment. Green knows his team can't afford to give Toronto's lethal power play so many opportunities, so he's working the officials through the media. It's a chess match that extends beyond the ice. With Game 2 looming at Scotiabank Arena, Green's messaging strategy aims to potentially level the special teams' playing field in a series where power play efficiency could prove decisive. For Toronto, a franchise frequently criticized for lacking sufficient physicality and competitive edge during past playoff disappointments. Sunday's performance represented a significant statement beyond just the scoreboard. The Maple Leafs demonstrated a willingness to match Ottawa's renowned physical play, while maintaining the offensive discipline that makes them one of the league's most dangerous teams. John Tavares captured this sentiment perfectly in his post-game comments. "It was intense. There's a reason they call it the Battle of Ontario." Matthews' leadership was particularly evident throughout the contest, as the superstar center complemented his offensive contributions with a physical presence that established the tone for his teammates to follow. The opening game's combative nature extended well beyond the Greg Tavares incident, featuring numerous confrontations and after-whistle scrums that characterized a contest growing increasingly heated as Ottawa fell further behind. Toronto's ability to maintain composure while still engaging physically proved crucial to their success, allowing them to draw penalties rather than take them. Leafs head coach Sheldon Keefe praised his team's discipline in his post-game assessment. "I thought we did an excellent job staying within ourselves, continuing to play our game while matching their intensity. When you possess the puck as much as we did, teams tend to take penalties trying to defend. This approach, forcing opponents into infractions through puck possession rather than embellishment, directly contradicts Green's narrative about how Toronto earned their power play advantages." As the series progresses toward Tuesday night's Game 2, both organizations find themselves at a fascinating tactical crossroads that will shape the remainder of this first-round matchup. Ottawa must find ways to maintain their physical identity without crossing the line into undisciplined play that results in a parade to the penalty box. The Senators' coaching staff will undoubtedly emphasize more controlled aggression, recognizing that special teams imbalance was perhaps the primary factor in their Game 1 defeat. Toronto, meanwhile, will prepare for an inevitable emotional pushback from a Senators team desperate to avoid a 2-0 series deficit before returning to home ice. Matthews and his teammates have clearly signaled their readiness for whatever physical challenges await, with Kenny's comments about making life difficult for Greg reflecting the team's collective mindset entering Game 2. The historical significance of this rivalry adds another compelling layer to the unfolding drama. The Battle of Ontario has produced some of the most memorable playoff moments in both franchises' histories, with past series featuring overtime thrillers, controversial calls, and heated exchanges between players and coaches alike. This latest chapter appears poised to continue that tradition, with Green's embellishment accusations and Matthews' firm rebuttal establishing the emotional foundation for what promises to be an increasingly intense series. As Tuesday night's Game 2 approaches, hockey fans across Canada and beyond eagerly anticipate the next installment in this provincial playoff confrontation that has already delivered physicality, controversy, and elite skill in equal measure. Hockey. Fans, I'm absolutely fascinated by the psychological warfare happening between these teams. What's your take on Travis Green's accusation that the Leafs were embellishing to draw penalties? Do you think this is legitimate criticism or just classic playoff mind games to influence the officials before Game 2? And what about the Greg cross-check controversy? Should there be more consistency between his penalty and what really received for a similar play earlier in the season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.